Houston, we have a problem. No, wait. No, you have a problem. Okay, who has the problem?
Happy Friday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show presented by Branded Bills. Make sure you head to brandedbills.com and use that code PHNX for 15% off your first order. I am Anthony Totri, joined as always by Jose Perez, of course, Erik Ruby. We got the Deli Man behind the Mac making all of the magic happen. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Aaron in the chat, Sharon the green M&M, Thomas. We got a ton of folks in here ready to talk about the number 24 Arizona State Sun Devils back at home, taking on the 6-1 Houston Cougars. A lot to get into. As always on a Friday show, we're going to take a look at some of these positional matchups, who's got the edge. We're going to get into our predictions. We've got some key players that need to perform if Arizona State is going to get another big win at home. Going to take a look at the rest of the Big 12 slate. But Erik, before we do all of that, of course, we got to get into the injuries because my goodness. You started off the cold open saying, whose problem is it? Is it Houston's? Is it our problem? I think everybody's got a problem, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What's your problem?
I'm hungry. I'm pretty hungry right now, so that's my current problem. What's your problem?
My problem is it's a little cold in here. It's a little cold in here right now.
Yeah, a little chilly.
You can control that though.
You can.
I could. I do have a smart thermostat, so I could. But usually when I start doing shows in my little corner here, it gets like really hot like 30 minutes through. So I think I'm just gonna let it rock and hopefully it evens out.
That's crazy that you put that in the chat, Erik, thinking that I just wouldn't see it or what, man? That I stink. You got to keep my distance. You got to keep your distance. Look, man, if there is one individual in this office that does not stink, it is I.
So everyone else stinks?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if there was one stinky person in this office, it wouldn't be yours truly. Come on now.
Okay, stinky boy.
What's your problem? I didn't mean that as like a threat. I meant that more. I meant that more so as like a question.
Like a threat.
I am also hungry.
Also hungry?
Yeah. I had some funnel cake last night, so tummy hurt a little bit.
Went to the fair?
Yep.
Yep. Favorite fair food? Quick, before we get into
funnel cake.
Funnel cake?
Yep.
Favorite fair food's funnel cake.
Yep. Wow. Every year. I have it once a year, and it's at the fair.
That's fair.
I'm not a big fair food guy.
No?
I had a deep fried Oreo once. It was actually pretty disgusting.
But yeah, like those things freak me out.
Never had a deep fried Oreo.
Like it was like, this is definitely exactly what it sounds like.
Is it wrong for me to say corn dog?
Dude, I found something crazy out last night.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Leah's never had a corn dog. I got pissed off.
Yeah, I would honestly get pissed off too. You make her Uber home? Yeah, that's fair. That's 100% fair.
How do you just not stumble into eating a corn dog sometime in your life?
I don't know. Corn dogs are fire. I don't care what anybody says. Regular hot dogs, bad. Not good. Corn dogs, really good.
Depends on the hot dog.
We can get into dogs whenever we want to, okay? Let's focus on the task at hand. Our dogs. Our injured pups, honestly. Arizona State, man. The injury, the player availability report littered yet again. I think most notable is Prince Dorba being listed as doubtful. We know about the Jordyn Tyson news that he is out for this game. Still not really a timetable on if he'll be back against Iowa State before ASU's next bye. But Dorba trending toward not playing, again, listed as doubtful. And then a couple of major updates listed as questionable. You have Jordan Crook, Ghost Rouser, You've got Boogie on that list as well, and I believe Tate Romney. All 4 of those players listed as questionable on the initial player ability report on Wednesday, and then there was no update on that Thursday report. Still the same for those 4 guys listed as questionable, Rubus. It would be tough if none of those guys could go for the Sun Devils.
There's always one team every year that's like, man, they are getting bit by the injury bug and they're getting bit bad. I'm not saying ASU is the only team. Obviously, Iowa State is certainly a team that is up there, but it just feels like week after week after week after week after week, over and over again, there's just some more bad news. And obviously the Jordyn Tyson stuff, like you mentioned, we dove into that in great detail earlier this week. But the Prince Dorba news is interesting, considering the fact that he seemed fine at practice from everything that I heard. Obviously, you were there, so I'm interested to see if you maybe picked up on anything that would not only just have him on the injury report, but doubtful to play. Which is and again, if you're new here and you think that probable is better than doubtful, you're wrong, or you're right. Doubtful is much worse. Yeah, I'm a little shocked to see him there.
Yeah, I again, Prince Dorba left the Texas Tech game with what looked like an upper body injury. I think the expectation from the outside looking in was that Prince Dorba was probably going to miss at the very least this game. And then we saw him at practice, both on Tuesday and Wednesday. The one caveat to that, though, is that from everything that I saw, Prince Dorba was practicing with individual drills, wasn't necessarily partaking in team drills. So there is that, maybe limited in a sense in practice. Again, he wasn't wearing a non-contact jersey. So that is pretty interesting for him to practice the way he did and then not have that jersey. So it would sting to not have him out there, especially the way that he's played the last handful of weeks. I think he's really started to get back into form from what we saw a couple of seasons ago from Prince Dorba. So that obviously sucks. Short Bus, I think, is the one in the chat that said Albert Smith legacy game, or someone that said that in there. Yeah, Albert Smith is not on the injury report anymore. So I think that's going to be something to watch in this game if Dorba can't go. Again, doubtful. So odds are pointing in the direction that he won't play, but you never know. Still, he's not listed as out yet. But with it standing at what it is right now, again, like you have, I think, enough depth in terms of the D-line to kind of, erase a little bit of the loss of Dorba. Now, when it comes to the rest of those guys in the questionable spot, right? Crook, a starting linebacker, both your starting safeties.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to be on safeties 4 and 5 of the year, right? Alford's obviously still been out, not practicing, and then you have Ghost and Boogie, and then Tate Romney, a depth rotational piece at linebacker, which, his role would obviously expand if Crook can't go. So we're talking about a handful of contributors and big-time contributors on this Arizona State defense specifically that are certainly in question. What I will say is everything that I saw makes me feel confident that Jordan Crook, at the very least, will go on Saturday against Houston. Again, things can trend in different directions from, the last time that I saw these players was on Wednesday. So they can look fine on Wednesday, or they can look a certain type of way, practice a certain type of way, and then things, can go the wrong direction. But I feel like Jordan Crook will play. As it relates to the two safeties, those are two tough MFers, man. I would be pretty surprised if they had to sit. And I think if they do ultimately sit, if any of these guys sit, I imagine it is more so the coaching staff, keeping them out of their own way, because these guys are all competitors. They want to be out there. But yeah, you need to hopefully get some good news in pregame warmups tomorrow.
You definitely need to get some good news. I mean, that being said, the story of this team has always been that players have stepped up when they least expect them to. Obviously, injuries and relying on players that you weren't necessarily relying on before was a testament against Texas Tech when you're still able to get the win. Like, if we told you that, hey, you're going to lose Ben Coleman and Wade Helton for that game, and you were still going to be able to beat Tech, everybody probably would have laughed in your face. it's just that it's a compiling of, and obviously, we saw Sam Levitt not play against Utah. That definitely felt like something to where if it was the Big 12 championship, he probably would have tried to get it done, considering that he injured it, against Baylor and then still played against TCU. Obviously, I feel like if the Big 12 championship was this weekend, Jordyn Tyson would be playing, but it's not. It's October 24th. And as much as Arizona State doesn't have a lot of margin for failure here and doesn't really have the opportunity to keep on, adding a loss to their schedule like they did against Utah, you also can't sacrifice everything for a win on October 25th. You can't, push your guys to a point where they might miss the rest of the season just so that you can beat Houston. As important as this game is and as good as Houston is, if a guy is going to potentially risk being out for the rest of the season, you can't do that. No. Especially with everybody on this team has that DNA of a fighter, man, like Ghost and like Boogie, but everybody is just going to give it their all and play. Can they win without them? I think they can. I think we've seen the depth and the coaching on this team is good enough to get it done, but the uphill battle continues to get steeper and steeper, and it's going to get even worse if even just one of these guys that's doubtful or questionable doesn't play, let alone multiple.
Could be a problem, right? Thomas in the chat saying, do we have good news on special teams, or do I need to start stretching my kicking leg? Canyon Floyd listed as probable. So that is good news.
Did it really matter last week?
Well, he was probable, and then I think he was downgraded to questionable at a certain point.
But then he...
No, it didn't matter. But I don't know how much of that was injury, and I don't know, versus maybe game plan and scheme. I'm very interested to see what special teams looks like this week.
I hope the game plan and scheme isn't to punt it poorly last week.
I agree. I 100% agree. I think special teams will look different this week. So that'll be something. But Arizona State's not the only team dealing with injuries, right? You brought that up, Erik. Houston has a couple of big injuries himself. One of their top wide receivers let's see, Stephon. Oh, man. I'm blanking.
I got you, brother. Jayshon
Reginald?
Devin Williams? Which one are you talking about?
So I believe on the Wednesday report, they had Stephon Johnson listed on this report. He's not on it listed now, so I guess he is good to go. The big one for Houston is Carlos Allen Jr., listed as questionable. The team's second leading tackler on the defensive line, one of their best run stuffers. Somebody that, again, has 46 total tackles this season as a defensive lineman, and a sack, a forced fumble. He's an absolute dog on that D-line. So you won't see him. Or, again, listed as questionable, so there's a chance that he goes against Arizona State on Saturday. But, that could be a big loss in the trenches for a Houston team on the road. And then, like I said earlier, Stephon Johnson was initially listed on the report. I'm curious if that is something where he was taken off just because he is done for the season, potentially. I know Short Bus is saying that he's done. So we will see. We'll get maybe some updates on that as the show continues because he is one of their top wide receivers. So ultimately, he is done. He had posted a photo of what looked like surgery and in a wheelchair as of 2 days ago. So I'd be pretty shocked if he was able to go.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty next level. So we'll see. We'll see what the injuries look like. Obviously, pregame warm-ups will be down there. Erik providing all the updates on social and for the diehards in the diehard Discord. So make sure you follow the show at PHNX _Sun Devils for all of those updates when it comes to game day. If you had to pick two play, one don't in the questionable. I'm not putting Tate Romney in there because he's not a starter. But Adrian Wilson, Ghost Rouser, and Jordan Crook. 2 are in, 1 are out. 1's out. Who you got?
Starting both the safeties. I'm getting
starting both the safeties
in there. I think it's just if you can have both of those big-time playmakers there, you shore up that position. That position's also just been hit by injuries. And, I mean, look, Jordan Crook is just absolutely disgusting. He's so good. But I think if you can just make sure that at least one full unit is as healthy as they can be, obviously still missing Xavier and Alford. I think that's extraordinarily important. Also considering I think Boogie has been one of the biggest playmakers on this defense, big plays, picks, tackles. Like he's just played out of his mind. So he was actually number one for me. And then Ghost is just always near the top of the team in tackles. Crook though, man. I mean, can I have all three, please?
Potentially, man. They're not listed as doubtful or out. So there's still a chance that these guys play. If it were me, I'm rocking with Boogie and Crook. Just because you do have Montana Warren still as somebody that can kind of flex back to a safety if need be, which I imagine if the safeties can't go, that there will be some run at that position for Montana Warren. Kyan McDonald, also somebody to look out for the Sun Devils tomorrow at the safety position if some of these other guys can't go. Let us know in the chat which guys, if you could only pick two on the questionable side of the report, which two would you guys like to see out there on Saturday? Of course, you'd love to have everybody out there, but we'll see what the reality is come kickoff. Look, still a ton to get to on today's episode of the PHNX Sun Devil Show. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to continue breaking down this Arizona State-Houston matchup on the other side of this quick break. Look, the game between Arizona State and Houston, well, it's sold out. 5 straight sellouts now for the Sun Devils. So if you couldn't get your hands on tickets and you're stuck watching the game at home, well, look, let's intensify, let's uplift that experience with Pure Edibles. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm speaking firsthand here. As somebody who is an avid sports watcher and lover, if you want to take the experience to a whole nother level, Pure Edibles, they're the gummies for you. Pure is a full-fledged candy company offering gummies. They've got Kicks, which are their version of Starburst Chews, soft candies like caramel, and then hard candies as well. I know Rubus can back me up on here. Edibles are great when they don't taste like weed, and that's exactly the type of edibles that you're getting with Pure. They taste like candy, point blank, period. They're awesome. Highly, highly recommend you guys give it a try. Make sure you go find yourself some Pure Edibles products from one of the over 130 dispensaries across Arizona.
Tis the season, Totri. Do you know what tis the season for?
Tell me.
For over $80 million in prizes. Not $80 million in prizes. If you are 21 plus, you can play holiday tickets from the Arizona Lottery for your chance to fill your stocking with cash. There are 6 festive scratchers to choose from, including Cash Countdown, which has prizes up to $250,000 in candy cane cash, which smells just like peppermint. Look, I know that it's still a couple of months before Christmas, but it's never too early to check out the Arizona Lottery and win yourself some money. Love to play and spread holiday cheer with holiday scratchers from Arizona Lottery. They're made for gifting, whether it's white elephant exchange, a stocking stuffer, or just because there's always a chance your little gift could be worth millions. That's right. Play and gift today with Arizona Lottery. You must be 21 plus to play.
That's my present that I get every year. Give everyone every year in their stockings. Arizona Lottery scratchers. Huge. It's like my favorite tradition on Christmas morning to either go down on Christmas Eve to the local Circle K or go to any other place that sells them because it's the most fun thing to do.
It's huge, especially if they win. You've got a couple winners in there.
Dude,
my mom's been getting lucky. I have not.
Yeah,
and we've talked about this, right? If one of us wins, we what amount of money are we giving to the rest of the people on this show?
If we win the
lottery?
Remember
this conversation last year with Kyle.
We did have this with the full lottery. How much is the lottery right now?
Honestly, if I would give if chat was involved right now, I'd give them no money because we have 5 likes. What are we doing, chat?
5 likes is
that's so real, man.
Egregious.
What are we doing?
Pretty egregious right now.
I mean, listen, I'd give you guys at least $1.
$1?
Chat.
How much money are we talking? We can have this conversation.
Let's say you win $10 million.
$10 million?
I don't know if I'm giving $10 million. I don't know if I'm giving any. If I only win $10 million.
If I have $10 million, I'd give you each at least a band.
Just a band.
I'd buy you guys dinner, a really nice dinner.
A really nice dinner. That's fine. I'll take a really nice dinner.
Really nice dinner, and
I'm ordering everything.
I'm ordering a band's worth of food.
I think again, only 10 mil is not enough for me to be like, I don't know what to do with this money. Like I still know what I would do with $10 million. But I'd give you guys some money. And I'd probably give some of the PHNX OGs, and I'd give them a little something.
Yeah.
But, I haven't won the lottery yet, and I don't have $10 million to my name. So as it stands right now, y'all getting a whole lot of nothing. Okay. A lot
Sharon
of nothing.
says, give my share to NIL. Wow.
Sharon, just when I think you can't get any better, you put in a comment like that. Like, Sharon is the mother of PHNX Sun Devils. She's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Also, something that is super awesome is we are going to be taking over Mullet. Woo! Did you know this, Rubus?
I did. I'm wearing the shirt.
Huge. Absolutely huge. Leah's actually with a Josh Doan PHNX shirt right now in the office. You guys can join Leah and the PHNX hockey crew as ASU hockey takes on the Colorado College Tigers on Friday, November 7th. Just a couple of weeks from now, the package is going to include a bunch of stuff. Going to have a pregame meetup. Food and drink is going to be included. Getting game tickets, and the vibes are just going to be absolutely electric. At Mullet, as they always are. It's going to be a ton of fun. Head to gophnx.com/events to learn more. Rubus, getting back into this matchup for Arizona State with the 6-1 Houston Cougars coming to town. Let's go ahead, take a look at how these two teams stack up head-to-head at some key positions, starting at quarterback. I'm going to go ahead and give the nod here to Sam Levitt and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sam Levitt feels like he is playing some of his best football that he's played in the 2025 season. So I feel a little bad for Houston on that front. In terms of the running backs, I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Raleek Brown and company. I know Kyson Brown is still out. We haven't seen a ton of Kanye Udo lately. Still, though, tough to give the nod to Houston here when Raleek Brown is still playing the way he is. But Rubus, I do have to lean with the pass catchers and the O-line in Houston's favor. That'll round out the offense. Again, 2 going to the Sun Devils, 2 going to Houston. Did we hit the nail on the head? Do you feel like maybe I was leaning the wrong way at a certain point?
No, I don't think so. I think you are good so far. I have no complaints.
Mike says the offensive line ? Houston's line has been booty.
Houston
but has given up fewer sacks than Arizona State's O-line has to this point in the season. And Houston, in terms of running the football, is actually, as a team, it's pretty close in terms of the rankings as to where Arizona State is. So overall, I do have to give the edge to Houston. Again, fewer sacks given up this season. Also, I know we were pretty impressed with what Makul Pule and Makai Stewart in this offensive line were able to do against Texas Tech. I just want to kind of see it again. I want to make sure that it wasn't just a one-game wonder. I want to see this offensive line do it on a week-in, week-out basis. And Erik, I just don't know if we've seen that yet.
No, I think it's fair to give them the edge in the offensive line, not because they have a stellar offensive line like Utah, but it's just more of like a war of attrition at this point with our offensive line. Everybody in the chat saying, look who they played, look who they played, look who they played. You can just judge them based off of what they've done, right? And Shortbus says you got their pass catchers ahead with Abney out there. Ballsy. This is not like a pass catchers have an advantage over the defensive backs.
This is just straight up pass catchers versus pass catchers.
Right. And then it's the same thing where it's like offensive line and defensive line. It's not like you're giving a certain edge of Houston's offensive line over Arizona State's. It's just position versus position. Yeah,
1,000%. And as you could tell, again, I give a couple of the edges here to the pass catchers and the offensive line for Houston. But you look at that defense, the defensive side of things, Erik, regardless of who's in, who's out, I like the Sun Devils, run defense, pass rush, and DBs. Arizona State has the edge there for me. Tough to give the edge to Arizona State when it comes to special teams, despite what Jesus Gomez has done in 2025. And then the coaching is going back to the Arizona State Sun Devils after what we saw against Texas Tech. I feel like that these are all fair.
Yeah, I think they're fair too. If you notice, pretty much every single advantage that Houston has is a position room that Arizona State has some pretty significant injuries in. So I think a lot of people who want to write off Houston say there's no way that Houston has this, has that. A fully healthy Arizona State team is arrows all to the left. Let's just be honest here. That's just the way that it is. Even if Houston was still 6-1, a fully healthy Arizona State team has all the advantages. And even a not fully healthy Arizona State team is still favored, should still be favored, and should still win this game. If you look at also I kind of poo-pooed on what Short Bus said, but if you look at where they have the advantages minus special teams, offensive line, pass catchers, well, the two strongest points for this Arizona State team have been the secondary and the defensive line. And I will take ASU's defense over their two advantages every single day of the week, injuries or no injuries. So even though they have some arrows pointing in their direction, I think the most important arrows still point for Arizona State, because every strength that Houston has, ASU on paper has a counter for it.
Yeah, 1,000%. And at the end of the day, like, as long as you got Sam out there, as long as you got Kenny out there coaching, like, I like Arizona State's chances regardless of everybody else that's hurt. We've talked about it most of the week, that this is going to be a very, very, I think this is going to be a unique game for Arizona State and the Arizona State fan base, in all honesty, because all year long it's been Sam Leavitt to Jordyn Tyson, right? Good, bad, and different. Sam Leavitt is delivering that pass to Jordyn Tyson. And now you don't have that. You don't have that threat this week of having a top 10 pick out there, of having the number 1 wide receiver in this conference, potentially the country, at Sam Leavitt's disposal. So I do think a lot of this game is going to fall on what Sam Leavitt is able to do, not just in the pocket, but also doing some of the magical off-schedule things that he's able to do outside of the pocket, right? Which we'll see what his health looks like. Listed as probable, practiced all week. It doesn't feel like there's any question about, where he's trending in terms of health-wise, which is solid. Similar to last week, though, you got to protect him. If Arizona State's going to make a crazy run like they did in 2024, you're going to need Sam Leavitt to be as close to 100%, if not 100%, by the time some of these bigger games at the end of the year start to rack up, right? I get it. You're going to play some bad teams at the end of the year, but you are still going to need to have your best out there. So Sam, this is going to be his game, man. This is going to be a taste. If he comes back to Arizona State and comes back to college football next year, this is what games are going to be like. You don't have a Jordyn Tyson. You're not going to have a Cam Scattaboo. Yeah, you've got talent. Jaron Hamilton's a very talented player. I'm excited to see what he does. Shimon Mateer is a really talented tight end. I'm excited to see what he does. Raleek Brown, a really talented running back. I'm excited to see what he does. But guess what? Win, lose, or draw, this game is going to fall on what Sam Leavitt is able to accomplish at home. This is his house, man. Mountain America Stadium belongs to Samuel Leavitt. Okay? Never lost at home. Only lost to one Big 12 opponent as a starter, and they just beat him last week. The emotions are high. The vibes are high. So I'm interested to see, as QB1, is he still riding that high, or is he able to get back to neutral here and even himself out with a game of this magnitude on the line? Regardless of what people think of Houston, this is a big game for Arizona State.
Yeah, look, every game is a big game for Arizona State. When I don't want to say they dug themselves a hole, but they certainly are. Their heels are hanging over the edge of the hole.
Isn't it crazy? And one L in conference, and it's just the reality of the Big 12, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not over, but if you have one more loss, I mean, I know that we disagree exactly on how over it might be, but it feels pretty over to me.
Yeah.
The thing with Sam Leavitt, and we've talked about it so many times, is that the blame, the credit, the love, the adoration, the hate, all of it is always going to fall on the quarterback first and foremost.
Yeah.
Right? And there are people out there that are continuing to doubt this guy despite what he's shown. There are people out there who are already starting the narrative of, you don't have Cam Scattaboo, you don't have Jordyn Tyson. We're on fraud watch this weekend for Sam Leavitt. Is he in a fair situation? Hell no.
Life ain't fair, dog.
He's got an injured offensive line. He's got his Biletnikoff candidate wide receiver out. He doesn't have another wide receiver who's caught a touchdown since like last season.
Yeah, do you know the last, I don't know, this kind of went viral, not viral, but it was on ASU Twitter. Do you know the last wide receiver to catch a touchdown from Sam Leavitt?
From Sam? So Malik caught it from Cam. So it's got to be Guillory, yeah?
No.
Who?
I don't believe it is. I believe the last thing that I saw was, did Guillory catch one in the Big 12 championship game?
Yeah.
I don't think, but not from Sam. Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the back shoulder, right? In the end zone?
Yeah. He might. I think he caught 2.
Wasn't that when he got hurt? Yeah.
Yeah, he might have. He might have. Yeah, it was the Big 12. It must have been the Big 12 championship game.
What were you
the
thinking?
last time? Eusebio's end around.
That's regular season. Last regular season.
Yeah, the last regular season
touchdown was Eusebio
Passing
against
touchdown was
Arizona.
Eusebio's quick, whatever that was.
Jet sweep.
Yeah. That was the last regular season touchdown.
Sam Levitt threw 3 touchdowns in the Big 12 championship game.
2 to Guillory.
Receiving touchdowns, Cam Scadaboo. No, that's the rushing touchdowns. Cam had 1 receiving touchdown. X had 2.
Yeah.
So that was the last time a wide receiver not named Jordyn Tyson caught a touchdown for Arizona State. Oh, wait. Parker says that was from Bourget to Eusebio.
Oh, yeah. That was Bourget to Eusebio.
So regular season is even before that.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, it's probably still that game.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Been a minute. Do we see that change? Do we see that change this week? Do we see a wide receiver catch a touchdown?
100%.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
Who's the lock? Who's it going to?
Jaron. It's Jaron.
Jaron?
38-yard touchdown.
38-yarder. You're calling your shot.
First quarter. Yep.
First quarter, 38-yard score to Jaron Hamilton. What do you got?
Short
what do you got,
says
Daily Man?
McLean gets 2.
Stop it.
I'm calling my shot on what on.
Does a wide receiver catch a touchdown tomorrow?
Yeah.
And who is it?
Yeah. Well, come on, that's mean.
He said Jaron Hamilton, 38-yarder first quarter.
I'm just kidding. Dude,
Aaron says Jalen Moss, all caps.
Dude, it has to be.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's what we talked about at the start of the week. And Jaron Hamilton against this team just doesn't feel like he's going to be able to get going unless he starts doing things that he's never done in his career. Because this team
catch intermediate passes.
Yeah, this team, they do not allow anything behind them. Everything is in front of them. They play soft zone. They like that's what they do. A slot receiver who can sit in like a 5-yard button hook is a guy who can eat this team alive. If that's what Jalen Moss is brought in here for, is he real?
He's real. He exists. He is out there. I don't think he catches a touchdown tomorrow.
Sharon says Jaron rhymes with Sharon. I'm adding him to one of my guys.
Sharon's on a heater. On an absolute heater. I don't think a receiver catches a touchdown tomorrow.
Wow. Dude, Totri's vibes ahead of this game are bad.
They're not great, honestly. They're
opposite of Tech, bro. Your vibes ahead of Tech were awesome.
I was feeling it. I felt
what
it
are
in the
your jellies telling you?
What does that mean about this?
I don't feel nothing in my jellies for this one. I don't feel anything in my jellies.
A jelly neutral game?
Which is not good, man. Not good.
No, that's terrible.
Not good. I'm going to be frank with you. I do not feel good about this game.
You know who I actually think could have a big day is Eusebio.
Yeah.
This is a
white wonder.
Stop saying our. Do not include me in that.
Bro. You guys act like it's crazy, man.
It isn't. It's insane.
What's insane about it?
We have a $10 super chat.
We do. Michael Ramirez with a $9.99 super chat. We appreciate you saying, name one thing tougher than Houston's schedule. Stephen F. Austin, Rice, Colorado, Oregon State, Oklahoma State, Arizona, and Texas Tech. I'll go first. Parakeet. What's one thing tougher than Houston's schedule, Rubis?
Oh, sorry. Like a very soft cheesecake.
I was gonna say something tougher.
Maybe like my hands, because they're baby soft.
Yeah. You do have soft hands.
Thanks, bro.
Say my pillow.
My pillow?
No.
I'll say frosting. I'll go frosting. Josh says, Totri, heard a rumor that you're 4'11". Care to comment? No, man. No. I'm not going to comment on it,
So you're not denying?
I'm not denying. No, I'm not denying. Yeah, that's all I got. 4'11". Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Yeah, maybe Satan and Satin's right. What? Moss is like Santa. He's real if you believe in him. Maybe we just have to will him to be real.
When it says, Totri, go sit on the buttes, get your jellies right.
Well, hey, I'm doing my part. You'll tune into a pregame show tomorrow. I'm doing my part to help out Jalen Moss.
You're actually doing a disservice to Jalen Moss tomorrow.
No, it's gonna be great.
It's going to be bad, man. It's going to be bad. Look, we have got a couple Arizona State Sun Devils that need to go out there, have a big-time performance. If ASU is going to get a big win, I would say the heat index, there's never been a more important heat index than this week, given all of the injuries to Arizona State's roster. We'll tell you who needs to have a big game, and we'll get into our score predictions on the other side of our final break.
Join me and my friends, aka hopefully all of you, out at Gila River Resorts and Casinos on Monday at Wild Horse Pass for a PHNX Suns watch party as they take on the Utah Jazz. Tip-off is at 6, so join me there. But you can just go to Gila River Resorts and Casinos anytime that you want for an unprecedented level of entertainment and excitement. Whether you're staying at Wild Horse Pass, Lone Butte, Vequiva, and Santan Mountain for a staycation at their resorts and letting relaxation take charge. Maybe you want a night out on the town and go all in with over 4,500 slots and live table games. Or maybe you want to catch the Saturday slate of action or Sunday for NFL and get into their sports books, watch all the action, put your money down on what you believe in, like Arizona State money line this weekend. It's an unprecedented level of entertainment and excitement you won't find anywhere else in the desert. They've set a high bar and they continue to smash it every single day. The one most important rule, though, is you do you. At Gila River Resorts and Casinos, visit playatgila.com for more details.
Look, with all of the money that you guys are going to win at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, or I guess all of the money you could win, you're going to need a place to put it. Look no further than Mountain America Credit Union. Guys, Mountain America's my style checking account. It's got perks that are going to work for you. You guys can enjoy restaurant deals, mobile phone protection, telehealth access, identity protection, loan rate discounts, offers on travel and events, and more. Make my style your lifestyle at Mountain America Credit Union. Plus, Mountain America Credit Union going the extra mile to support some college athletes, donating $250 to support university athletics for every field goal made, and we know there's a lot of them for the Arizona State Sun Devils. Also providing $20,000 in scholarships to local student athletes each year. Learn more at macu.com/ASU, insured by NCUA. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply. Loans on approved credit. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. A lot of discussion about my height in the chat today.
Well, I got something else for you, Totri. I think I got some like bad news for you.
Bad news for me.
I don't think you can call Derek Eusebio the White Wonder.
Why?
We've already gone over this. I've
tried.
Tried.
His mom is from Guam.
I've tried. I've tried telling Totri.
Like, have you I know you've seen him, but have you seen him? Like, he's not.
I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him.
Wow.
Like, you're acting like he looks like me, bro. He doesn't look like me.
No, you are our pale wonder. Different, very different. So what do we call him?
The Guam Wonder. I don't know, man.
I hate this. By the way, hate it.
Our Guam guy.
Our Guam guy. Yeah.
Put on a shirt.
I think what we really should do is we should move on. Yeah, I think
we can do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
Here are a couple of players that need to step up big time if the Sun Devils are going to advance to 6-2 on the season. And it's starting again with QB1, Sam Levitt. He's got to be the guy. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. Sam Levitt needs to take over for Arizona State against Houston. No Tyson. Your offensive line is still kind of a makeshift group right now. Haven't necessarily seen him put it together week after week after week, although they did have a good performance against Texas Tech. Overall, Erik, Sam Levitt has to be the superhero that everybody thought he was going to be at the start of the year.
You're the star quarterback, man. You're one of the best in the country. It's probably 3 flames on you every single week, but especially this one when your other best players are out, especially the one guy that you have found in the end zone through the air, the only wide receiver that is Jordyn Tyson. So you need him. You need him every week, but especially this week. You need him to step up big time.
Look, if anyone's going to catch a touchdown for Arizona State on Saturday, it's the second guy on the heat index for me, man. It's Shimon Mateer. I don't think he needs to have like a Jordyn Tyson-esque game. It doesn't need to say 12 catches for $140, 2 touchdowns at the end of it. But again, if there is going to be some sort of passing threat, I feel most confident in Shimon Mateer at the tight end position, somebody that has shown up time and again as Sam's security blanket. He's been an absolute rock as a blocking tight end at times in 2025. I think he needs to play maybe his best game of his career to really ease the loss of Jordyn Tyson not being there for this offense.
Yeah, he's just so good. And I think that you can tell somebody's football knowledge by their take on Shimon. Because you look at the stats, like he's got good stats for a tight end. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still good in the box score, right? But if you watch any Arizona State game since he got here from Cincinnati, he's like, that guy is just really good at football. He's just really good at football. I know it's like such a basic thing to say, but it's just true.
He's good at football.
Yes. And, he's in the right place at the right time all the time. He's smart. He doesn't really have drops. Like, he can get a little yak. He goes down with a possession if he needs to. He's great at blocking. Like, he's a good teammate. He's just good. Like, he is just a solid tight end. He's everything that you could want in your tight end one, especially, as a guy who I think if he needs to be featured more, he can. But he doesn't have to be to have a big impact on any game. This game, though, definitely feels like you're going to lean towards that first part, which is lean on him more. But when you have Scat, when you have Jordyn Tyson, right, when you have these other star players that can make star plays, Shimon's always there, making the right play, making the solid play, blocking well, and catching when needed to. He is the perfect tight end for this team and for the team last year, too.
Thomas says Sunday is National Tight End Day. So
yeah, I recommend going on Bet365 and putting together a tight end parlay. Yeah,
should have started with a Rondé Gadsden, man. That's how we knew. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a big day for tight ends. The final member of the Heat Index this week is a first time on the Heat Index, longtime listener, Albert Smith III, with Prince Dorba listed as doubtful. You're going to need someone to fill that void coming off the edge. Elijah O'Neal is obviously somebody that I think is going to get a lot of run if Dorba can't play. I thought he played well against Texas Tech when he was in there. I believe he went down at a certain point with an injury as well, so we'll see if he is 100%. Not listed on the injury report as questionable or doubtful or out, so that's big. But Albert Smith, for me, is the future of edge rushers at Arizona State. He's a young player, has 1 sack this season. He's been dealing with injuries pretty much since that sack that he had early on in the season. I'm ready for it, man. We've seen Martell Hughes. We've seen some of these other young defensive players that have really shined. Rodney Bimage at times. I'm ready to see a young defensive lineman, a young D-end like Albert Smith, really wreck this game for Houston. That'd be a lot of fun.
The only positives to having any sort of injury bug is if you've recruited well and you've, trained well and you have some young guys ready to step up, that they get opportunity that they wouldn't have been afforded the other way around. And if you can get him out on the field and you can get him playing well and getting some confidence, sure, when Prince Dorba comes back, he's not going to start. It's not going to happen. But Albert Smith will now have some more experience and hopefully now some good starting experience going into his future at Arizona State and given some opportunities there to take away whatever he needs to take away. So I think he's an extraordinarily talented guy. The physical attributes, the physical traits are all there. And this offensive line for Houston is good, but they're not great. And so I definitely think that he's going to have an opportunity to take advantage and make a little name for himself on Saturday in front of another sold-out crowd.
Sam Levitt, Shimon Mateer, Albert Smith III, all players that need to show up big time for the Sun Devils on Saturday. Again, another big home sellout for Arizona State. It is going to be an absolute blast of a game. I know we're all excited to be there. Shane, in terms of the Heat Index and those players, is there anyone in your mind that maybe needs to step out of their comfort zone and really produce for the Sun Devils to win?
I would like somebody to step out of the Shadow Realm.
Jalen Moss?
Mm-hmm.
He's not in the Shadow Realm.
Dude,
remember, he's North Pole.
Where is he?
North Pole.
Okay.
South Pole.
Yeah, I love that the chat is now just like
is doubling down that he's not real.
Fake,
he's real, man. Jalen Moss is a real player.
Mm. And Totri's in a padded cell right now. None of this is real.
That would be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
Let me out, Jalen Moss. Got the keys.
Yeah, Jalen Moss obviously.
Just screaming.
That's the one that
Jalen Moss.
Yeah, that's the one that sticks out the most. Defensively, I mean, it depends on who's available. Like Clayton Smith, as Michael Ramirez says, would be. I mean, if he has another breakout game, that'd be huge. Yeah. He's been really good all year.
He's a grown man at this point.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Owns reptiles. Like, that's a scary edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Go slither your way into some
People
sacks.
love Harry Hassman. I don't know, man. I think
Harry can ball.
Yeah, he's a practice legend.
Yeah, but so was Eusebio.
Yeah.
Still kind of a practice legend. Sam, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see what the young receivers look like and how many of them get run.
So Samp and Moss have been running with the twos, I would assume, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And so Zechariah Sample.
Okay.
Jalen Moss, who's not really a young receiver, but he's a receiver.
He's a young receiver. He's a redshirt sophomore.
I don't think he is.
Pretty sure he is.
I think he's a redshirt junior. And then you have Corey Butler, Harry Hassman.
No, you're right. He's just a junior.
Like, there are a lot of young wide receivers that could get some run.
He might be a redshirt junior next year.
He might be a redshirt junior. Harry Hassman's interesting. Corey Butler's interesting. I would expect, honestly, from what we saw at times in practice, in terms of punt returns, I think you might see Corey Butler as the return man in this game, which makes me think that maybe Sample is going to get a little bit more run on offense. So we'll see. We'll see what some of these younger wide receivers look like. I'm hopeful that you'll get to see them. I want to see Harry Hassman in a game. I want to see Corey Butler in a game. I want Zechariah Sample to get more minutes in the game. And I think they can produce. I think it's just kind of waiting to see what some of these younger wide receivers look like. Devil fan 1976 says AJ at wide receiver. No, you're not going to see AJ at wide receiver.
Can we just see AJ at all? Maybe
I see him in practice all the time.
Still tall, he's definitely real.
He's still big and tall, man.
Because he's caught a pass recently.
Still big and tall. I don't know how much you'll see him. Again, against Houston, the three tight ends that have played for ASU have played well.
Very well.
Very good.
There's no reason you need him.
No.
Right now.
Again, if they're killing Houston, which I would love to happen, that way these guys can get a breather and a break before Iowa State. Playing a half of football, much easier on the body than playing a full game. So let's just hope it's a blowout, and then some of the young guns can get in there and toss it around, and we can all have a great day, man. All have a great day.
Here's a question. I got a question for you guys. Who has more receptions this year, Jalen Moss or AJ?
You're nasty, but that's a real question.
Jalen Moss.
Shane,
wait, you're asking me like who has more receptions this year?
Yeah, like already.
At the end of the year or right now?
No, like right now. No, right now.
Right now?
Yeah, Jalen Moss has 2. He has 1, right?
Totri?
I'm going to say either they're tied or Moss has 1 more.
Yeah, Moss has 2, AJ has 1.
Yeah. Nice, man. Pulled that stat out your hat.
Actually, I pulled it off of the internet, but yes.
Listen, man, I was just trying to I was giving Shane a little love. Pulling that one
Who has more catches this year, Cameron Harpool or Malik McLean?
Harpool. And I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Harpool is 8. Malik has 6.
That's impressive.
He's got 6 catches.
Who has more receptions this year, Derek Eusebio or Malik McLean?
Eusebio. No, actually, that might be.
I think
Eusebio has 5.
I'm gonna go Malik here.
Yeah, Malik has 6.
Malik has 6 for 51. Eusebio has 7 for 111.
Wow. Do you still believe, Erik?
Is he still your guy?
Who has more receptions this year, Jaron Hamilton or Malik McLean?
Jaron Hamilton.
I don't know. That might be tied. Or I'm gonna go with Malik.
You looking this up right now?
No. I didn't hear your answer. Did you say
Jaron?
You said Jaron? Jaron Hamilton has 4 receptions for 145 yards.
Yeah. Impactful receptions.
So let me ask you this again, Erik. Do you still believe?
Oh, he has more receptions than Jaron Hamilton. He's wide receiver 2.
You what?
I need you, Erik.
What?
Can Erik get the one shot here? Can Erik get the one shot? I want to set him up for something here.
He can just
Erik, I need you to look dead in the camera and I need you to give a motivational speech to your guy, Malik McClain, because the team's going to need him this week. No Tyson this week, man. You're going to need that 6'5" frame to step up.
I got you.
Let's see it, man. Give him the one shot.
Malik McClain. I still believe. I know you still believe. And I know that just like when it mattered the most last year, when the lights were bright, when nobody expected you to step up and deliver some of the greatest individual plays at the end of a greatest individual season that we've seen from Arizona State in quite some time, just when nobody's expecting it, you showed up. And I know that this season hasn't gone the way that that doesn't mean that it can't get better. Jordyn Tyson is out. Jalen Moss is in the North Pole. You can be the guy this weekend, this Saturday. Mountain America Stadium will be calling your name. Malik McClain. Malik McClain. Malik.
I muted him.
Unbelievable. Unreal. Was that first mute on accident? How did that first mute
mute was on accident, but it came at a perfect time.
That was absolutely.
Should we just do this without him?
We can bring him back. Let's bring him back. I like Jose Perez.
I didn't even know I got muted.
You did great, man. You did great. I thought it was a very impactful motivational speech. Very excited to see if it translates into production. That'd be great. It's going to?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm excited to see him as your X Factor on Saturday, man.
He won't be, but because that's a curse. You will remember tomorrow as the Malik McClain game.
Okay. I hope for good reason.
Damn it, I'm doubling down. I extra believe.
Extra believe. He's an extra believer.
If Malik McClain has one
believer. Would you like some fries with your extra belief?
No, don't need it. Belief is just enough to fill me up.
So, on that note, let's go ahead and get to our score
Now he's done for the show.
I'm surprised you didn't hit the sounder.
Well, that doesn't really make sense there. Yeah.
It does.
Well, hold on. Where's the other one?
We got so much going on. Jacob says, are we going to get a segment on the Fighting Bumblebee unis? Do you guys not like the unis?
I know. I love them.
I love the unis.
I love them.
I love the... Rubus, do you like the unis?
What do you I don't know. Am I allowed to speak?
You're allowed to speak. I'm not putting you in timeout, man.
I like them. They're not my favorite, but I don't dislike them.
I love them.
I think they're
like them a lot more than the ones they wore at Utah.
Yeah.
I don't really like those.
I love the ones we wore last week.
Loved them. Those are the best.
Those are really, really
the ones that they wore last week were the best.
I like the unis. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I think they're great. I think that they aren't going to be that great for the players until halftime because it's going to be hot.
Is it? It's
going to be like 84 and the sun is going to be beating on the black. Yeah. So it's like hot.
Not ideal.
Nope.
Well, let's get to our score predictions. We've been talking all week long about this matchup. Very interested to see what my co-host Rubus has here. 31-21. Erik, 10-point dub for the Devs.
Yeah, Malik McClain scores 3 touchdowns tomorrow at Mountain America Stadium, and the Sun Devils win 31-21. I think defense steps up big time, big rushing game from Raleek Brown as well, I think, on deck for ASU. What about you, though? You're not as confident.
Like I said, man, I don't feel nothing in the jellies. I don't feel great about this game, but I do think they'll get it done here. 23-17, kind of a weird score. I think it's going to be sloppy football, but I think Arizona State gets it done with 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals. And I think we're talking maybe Jesus Gomez, another Big 12 special teams player of the week in store for him. Drop your score predictions in the chat. What do you guys think? Seth has 24-13 Arizona State. Mike has 38-13 Devils. CJ has 27-16 ASU. Seen a lot of ASU getting the dub here. Deli Man, what do you got?
This is hard. This game is so weird.
It's weird, and it doesn't feel good.
Well, here's why it doesn't feel good, Totri. It's because people are so confident.
It's a prime letdown spot.
Well, yeah, people are so confident because they see Houston and they think bad.
Yeah.
When that's just not the case anymore. And I said this last year. Like, I thought Willie Fritz was going to get this program right fast, and he did. Look, they haven't played a ton of people, but they're 6-1. It doesn't really matter who you've played. We know it's hard to win games. this is their first test for sure.
Houston's?
Yeah, and especially because they're on the road. Yeah, they were on the road against Oregon State, but Corvallis without a Power 4 like conference is not Corvallis as it has been in the past.
Oregon State's not a good team.
Yeah. Well, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm almost offended that they're not. I'm gonna go with ASU 31, Houston 17.
Okay. This is still 2-touchdown dub.
Yeah.
Sun Devil 1982 has a big one in here, 43-37. Sharon's got 31-13. Everybody picking Arizona State here. Jake in a blowout, 48-17 Devils. I think they'll get it done.
Yeah, it's going to be – look, the only reason why I say 31-17 is because I think a late touchdown seals it. This is a very, very, very good defense.
Yeah.
ASU is without their top weapon. We just have to see how they respond without their top weapon. We don't know what they look like this year without him.
I think this is going to be – and this is my words of wisdom here for the Sun Devil fan base and the fanboys. I see this game starting off like 7-0 Houston, maybe 10-0 in favor of Houston, and ASU fans being like, "It's over, it's done, like let's leave." And Arizona State climbs back in it and gets it done. I feel like that's where we're at. Rubus, I don't know if you remember this at the start of the year. I told you, I'm like, hey, there's a chance early on in this game. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be great. Like there may be a chance where it's closer than you think, and then Arizona State's gonna pull away. So what they did, I want to say it was the NAU game to start the year off. I feel like it goes a similar route. I think it's probably ugly in the first quarter. Houston, like I said, up maybe 7-0. Then Arizona State gets it together and figures it out and gets the job done. But I
don't agree. 38-yard touchdown first quarter. Jaron Hamilton, suck on that, Cougars.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Huge. Yeah, you know. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the Big 12 slate before we call it a day, because there are some interesting games going on in the conference outside of Arizona State in Houston. Rubus, starting with Kansas State versus Kansas. I know Shane has a story about this one.
Oh yeah, did I tell the chat this yet? No.
Well, yeah, I thought you did.
I thought I did too.
Let's do it in overtime. Huh?
Sure.
Party always continues over at gophnx.com if you're watching on TV.
Overtime more than Erik Ruby.
I'm just trying to keep us on track here. Sorry about that.
Erik, I think I told you this, and then I told Totri.
I think you said it on air.
That's what I think so too. But Totri,
I don't remember this.
Totri acted like he had never heard it before.
Just do it.
Regardless, I'll make it quick if the chat had already heard this. I went for a run the other day, and this was last week actually. This was Thursday last week. And I saw a man in full Kansas gear biking on the canals. And he had, like, it was full Kansas pants or Kansas biker shorts, Kansas biker shirt, Kansas hat. Like, it was insane. It was, and
was it Hunter Dickinson?
No. Kansas colors are loud. Yeah. Like, it's bright red and bright blue. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
It's out there.
And so during my run, I literally pulled up Bet365 while I was running and placed Kansas -2.5. Because I thought the game was on Saturday that week. They both had a bye. It is tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I'm still holding on to that.
Rocking with the Jayhawks.
Yeah.
What do you got, Rubus?
Give me Kansas State.
Kansas State,
wow.
Huh? Yeah. On the road, upset.
He hates Kansas.
He does hate Kansas.
What'd you have him in the power rankings? 14? What are you doing?
Yeah, Kansas State's going to win.
Complete sidebar. Erik, this is for you and for the rest of the chat. If they're degenerate gamblers like we are, or not degenerate, just gamblers. We have a bet boost on Bet365 for the Suns game tonight. Plus 500 parlay.
Wow.
How come I'm just hearing about this now?
Because I just got it.
Check your email, dude.
No, it's not.
What is it?
Dieffenbach 25+ points, Dylan Brooks 15+ points, Mark Williams 7+ rebounds, and Suns +10.
I don't hate it.
Plus 500.
I don't hate it.
I have a great bet for that tonight, but you can check out the Suns pregame show. I have a great Suns bet tonight.
It's definitely like Bradley Beal under 13.5 points.
No, it's not. It's Phoenix Suns +7.5. Ryan Dunn over 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and Dylan Brooks over 1.5 stocks at a +1200.
Okay. Anyway, give me Kansas.
Give me the Jayhawks. Jalen Daniels gets it done at home here. BYU versus Iowa State, game of the week in this conference. Number 11 BYU at Iowa State. Who do we got?
It's going to be BYU.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to have to come to terms with it at some point, Totri.
I refuse. They're not good.
They're not good?
They're not great.
Okay, they're good. Fair. They're good.
They're not
great.
They're not who their fan base thinks they are.
Yeah, their fan base thinks they're Alabama.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm rooting for Iowa State. For sure rooting for Iowa State.
Is the game at BYU?
No, at Iowa State.
Oh my God, I'm going the Cyclones.
I'm going Cyclones too.
BYU's winning that game. I hate to break it to both.
What time is it at? It's got to be at like noon, right?
I think it's 10 a.m. game.
If that game's noon,
it's at 12:30.
Oh, the Cyclones win. The Cyclones might win by 30.
Give me Rocco Becht. I want the Cyclones. My heart says Iowa State.
Wow.
My jellies tell me Iowa State.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. Will Hammond back in the starting quarterback role for Texas Tech. No Baron Morton.
Give me Oklahoma State.
That would be awesome. It'd be great if Oklahoma State.
No, actually, that'd be terrible.
It'd be great. It would be so good. For
I mean,
ASU.
I guess it'd be good. Yeah, Big 12 championship wise, yeah.
You got to stop worrying about the top 12. They're not getting in the top 12.
We would get no respect for beating them. Tech's going to win.
We don't need respect. I don't need other people to respect us.
Tech might score 100 points. Tech might score 100 points.
Yeah, they might. I don't see Oklahoma State winning this game by any means. I think Texas Tech probably wins by 50, in all honesty. It's at Texas Tech, too. First game, no tortillas.
Wow.
So interested to see how that one goes. But yeah, I'm taking. Come on now.
You know what's going to happen is Oak State's going to start with the ball, and they're going to score like a 56-yard trick play touchdown like they did a couple weeks ago. And everybody's going to be like, and then Texas Tech's going to just rip off 80 points in a row.
Thomas said I sounded like Palpatine saying no. Did I say no in a...
No. That was terrible.
That was really bad. You come on. I know you. You're good at impressions.
No, I see. The thing is, like, I'm either like good or like it's really bad, I never know until I do it.
Oh, Ralph is in the chat. What's up, Ralph? Just in time to talk about your boy Brendan Sorsby going up against the Baylor Bears. It's at Cincinnati. Does Cincinnati prove they're for real here?
Heisman candidate Brendan Sorsby? Is that
Heisman
what I heard
candidate
you say?
Rip Sorsby, man.
Is that what I heard you say? Yeah, I think Cincy gets it done. I think Cincinnati is a contender to be in the Big 12 championship. Now I think if them and Arizona State played head to head, I would still take ASU. But Sorsby's been undeniable. I don't know what else to say except for Brendan Sorsby has been absolutely undeniable this season, which is not a sentence I thought I would say, especially after week 1.
Yeah.
Too.
Baylor's defense is pretty suspect. So I'm going to go ahead and take Brendan Sorsby in Cincinnati here. I think that game could be a blowout, to be honest with you. I see Brendan Sorsby just dicing up this defense, honestly, with his legs.
I don't know if it's a blowout.
Defense can't stop opposing running quarterbacks.
I don't know if it's a blowout.
Dude, Baylor's defense is legitimately
buns.
No, I know. I'm aware, but they won by 7 against UCF, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe
I don't know if it's
UCF's
gonna be a
better than
blowout.
you think, man.
I do think
UCF's better than you think.
They're poop.
I do think Cincinnati will win, though.
Remember that guy? I just thought of poop on a stick. Remember that guy in iCarly that just used to sell things on a stick?
Yeah.
What a great bit.
That was a phenomenal thing. He sold, what was it, bagels? Bagels on a stick.
Bagels on a stick. Do you remember was Juicer in that also? The Juicer?
Juicer?
Yeah, the bully that would juice people.
What?
Yes, that's a real thing. Chat, what's the Juicer from?
What?
The Juicer.
It's a real thing. I'll look it up.
Taco on a stick. Yep.
Spaghetti on a stick.
Also,
that's so Raven. The Juicer was
the same show. That was the same show that did spaghetti tacos.
Yeah.
So
I would love to eat a spaghetti taco right now.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. TCU at West Virginia. The Mountaineers, the Mountain People, get absolutely diced by the Horned Frogs here.
Yeah, it's gonna be gross.
Yeah, not gonna be good by any means. Finally, Colorado, night game at Utah. Feels like a spanking.
Yeah.
That's all you got, man.
I thought about it for a second.
Yeah.
And then I agreed with you.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Colorado doesn't play well at night. What do you got, Shane, in that one?
In Colorado and who?
At Utah.
Oh, my God. That's going to be a bun beating.
A bun beating.
Yeah.
Bun beating.
A lot of bun beatings going on in the Big 12 this week. Guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of the PHNX Sun Devil. Of course, we will be having a pregame show and a postgame show going on Saturday. That is tomorrow for all of you who don't have a calendar nearby. For Arizona State's matchup against Houston. Going to be a ton of fun. If you enjoyed today's content, you're looking forward to more Arizona State stuff, make sure you follow the show at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You could follow my passenger princess, Erik Ruby, at Erik Ruby. That's Erik with a K. You can follow the Deli Man at Shane Deef.
You what?
As always.
And we will see you guys on Saturday. In the meantime, go Devils and peace.
We all silly like the mayor.